Hello to all of our viewers out there. You're watching Avenue Talks. I'm your host, Tori, and today I'm joined by our guest, Anna Doublet from Sony Professional Europe. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you on the podcast.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm really, really pleased to be here, to be in Breda on this absolutely fantastic event, VP Gathering, that I'm
Once
waiting
again.
for 1 year. So it was last year, it was the first one for me. And I'm really, really amazed about the quality of the panels, the information, the networking. So absolutely fantastic event.
That's wonderful. With a star-studded lineup, including yourself, it can't be anything but a successful event. So I'm not surprised. I want to talk about you, like how you got to your position at Sony, what drove you into the world of media and entertainment. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
My career started in 2004, so it's approximately 18 years that I'm in Sony. And I really enjoy this company because we are always on changing innovation. And at the beginning, I was more in news production. After going to the professional camera, I'm always working with professional world. So it's not like a PlayStation or Bravia screen,
The other
etc.
side
So
of
yeah,
Sony.
exactly. Very amazing one, but another one. Yes, exactly. So yes, we are working with media solution, production. We are working a lot with professional users, and it's really interesting. And 3 years ago, I became a virtual production development manager. So it was like a new way to produce, and I started develop it from on a European level. So it's not only on of course it's worldwide initiative, but I'm looking only for European background.
And now currently your role at Sony is
Promote, educate, explain what is this benefit of virtual production, how we can enhance the creativity, and of course how it can be easy or not, all the benefit and all the problems that can be related to different mode of production. So my role, it's like promote and explain. We are working a lot. That's why I'm really, really interesting about this, all this first day about education, because it's really important to start from beginning.
exactly.
And the student, a new generation of professionals. For us, especially in virtual production, it's a key, because we can talk about technology, we can talk about new approach, but most important, it's a people. Who can
absolutely.
use, who can drive this energy, who can drive this technology. It's like a car, so to say, but I can create the best car on the world for F1, but if I don't get a driver,
it's never going to see the world.
Never. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, this is something I've noticed. It's a recurring theme in your work. You want to lower the barrier for entry-level positions, for students, for young creatives. And actually, you work side along Cinéfabrique and École Georges Méliès to have the role as VP supervisor recognized officially by the French government as an emerging profession just last month. Congratulations on that.
Oh, thank you. It was really, really fantastic news for us. It was in January this year, because we prepared this 1 year before, of course. But it was a joint effort from public school, because the both are public school, and it was for Europe. It was the first announcement, and we really hope that in all other countries it will become also like a public education. And especially for professionals, because of course, for students it's important, but for professionals who worked in field, it's have to be also part of education. They can get, I don't know, short training, for example, for set designer or for producer, for director or DOP. It will be fantastic if they can get some refresh course about virtual production. What is this? It's not only not to be scary, but also to be professional on the set.
Exactly. To know what goes on a set, to know how to behave, to know what to expect, how to communicate with everyone on set. It's a really important part of virtual production education. That's why I wanted to bring it up, because it's actually tied to a course that is being given alongside this. Did you have a part in creating this, in planning this out?
Today we are not working on European background, of course, because in other I know in Japan, in US. It's also we have many studios that cover it now. I think it's a good approach to follow up, and for us, education is really key.
Yeah, it's like you said, one has to follow the other. You can't have trained professionals without actually having something to train them with.
Yes.
So it makes sense. What are some other ways that Sony is facilitating this communication between education and industry readiness?
As we are in university, and as you have also many production, I would like to highlight our festival that named Sony Future Filmmaking Awards. What is this? This is a festival when you can submit your short film. We have a special selection for students. We have also a selection for animation. And it's not only that you need to shoot with Sony gear. No. It's not on this propose. The idea is to collect as many, it's a worldwide competition. And the winner, especially a student, invited in Sony Pictures in LA. They spend time with our producer, head of production, DOP, etc. So we have a special program to extend the network. After it's not only just we give you the money and thank you, goodbye.
Yeah.
No. It's really we would like to follow up. We would like to give an opportunity to meet other professional, because on the young stage of your career, the network is a key. Really networking to know who can address you, mentoring program, etc. So for us, this competition, it's not only to award someone for the good film, but also give them the road to follow up and to grow. For example, always we bring them in a Sony Picture Stage 7. So this is our big installation of LED wall in Los Angeles, and we explain how which shooting we done, etc. So it's like one-to-one meetings with producer, with technical guys, etc. So we share our knowledge also like this.
Wonderful initiative from Sony. You also mentioned earlier that it is around 3 years ago that you pivoted to virtual production. What was kind of going on inside the company? What were the conversations? What made you think, okay, this is where the industry is headed, we should really focus on this?
I think it was, we always listen to market, but on the same time, we have a strong research and development organization. For example, in Sony, we have a special department that named Sony Computer Science, where researchers work only in it's named Blue Sky Research. When it's yesterday that one of the researcher explained me that it's named like this. When you don't get the clear product result or the result of research. So we have a big company. We have one laboratory in Paris, one in Italy, one in Tokyo, and where we have a group of researchers from worldwide working absolutely different projects. It's really amazing. And of course, from innovation point of view, we try to follow the direction, but on the same time, why we have also this research and development department, it's because we want to open the door and open the mind.
Yeah.
All for this one. So virtual production, it was like a cross between product, because at the beginning, of course, we have our digital camera, who was absolutely adapted for virtual production shooting. After this, we introduce a LED panel on the market, and we start install several studio. One, for example, in one of the first one, it was in Paris. After it was in UIL, University Art of London. We were really proud on this one. We have Norwich University. We have, of course, movie people in Italy, big studio, etc., etc. So we are going to extend. And after this, we also enter with tracking system.
This is what's going to be new on the market. You're planning on presenting it at the VPG.
Absolutely, yes. We
talk more.
So we are talking about Oculus tracking systems that it's available now on the market from I think it was first delivery in February, so it's really quite new product.
Yeah.
And on the same time, here in Breda, we are presenting the prototype of 3D capture unit. It's a software, prototype software, when you can use your alpha camera. I hope you have your, your alpha camera. If not, it's you can use the alpha camera and you can shoot in photo your environment and after show this in 3D for virtual production, for university. For example, propose we have many medicine university and architecture university who use this one, and the goal of this one is to get a very high quality of 3D creation, but based on real building. For example, here when you go outside, you have absolutely fantastic architecture, and to keep it, to recreate it in a 3D, it's take a lot of time. But when you capture it in high end resolution, it can be faster and really useful to VP background. Why not in gaming? You can also use it in gaming, or of course university research, etc.
Is this in response to the recent trends in Gaussian splatting, 3D
Absolutely.
GS? Okay.
Yes. This department in our name in Sony, it's named XIN.
Yeah.
So this is a department where we talk about immersive approach. It's not only this software, but we have also special reality display where, for example, Sony picture animation, because we have a big portion of animation, and recently we purchased several animation company that we would like to provide extended content, and immersive content for us is really important. That's why today, for example, we're working a lot with PlayStation because they have a gaming engine. We have Sony Pictures. We have also Sony Animation. So this department work cross together to create also immersive experience. For example, last year in Las Vegas, we presented during CES, we presented the attraction. So it was like you go in like a Last of Us.
Yeah.
And you go in the room, and around you have a LED screen, and you have a real actor mixed with LED screen. So it was like real immersive experience, but with new technology. So we have some
the future of haunted houses, maybe. This is where we're headed.
Absolutely.
I like that you highlighted that it's not only applicable in virtual production, it's many industries that will benefit from the use of this technology, architecture students, live entertainment, and so on and so on. So Sony isn't just catering to one specific industry or set of tools here. And something that also is relatively new, you announced it at IBS, is the new model in the Crystal series this year. If I'm correct.
Yes, we have two different approach. We have high-end panels that name Verona with 1.5 pixel pitch that you can see installation, for example, in Movie People in Italy, and you have also 2.3 pixel pitch for really huge volume, like for example we have in Vancouver that name Martini Studio, when we have 365 square meter of LED screen, and the recent installation in Riyadh, Jack's Studio with 785 screens. So for us, 2.3 pixel pitch, it's enough for the big installation, and when it's a little bit smaller, 1.5 is good. And now we recently put on the market Capri. So Capri, it's 2.5, but the main difference, it's a coating. If you talk about Verona, it's CoB coating. It's the black, for example, here I'm in black. It will be reproduced like a real black, in deep black level. And when we talk about Capri, it will be not the same coating. It's SMD coating. It's most popular on the market. Most of the studio working with SMD coating because it's CoB. It's more recent technology, and the cost it's a little bit higher because robustness. Also, because when you install in a CoB coating, you can keep your volume really long time without the failure and with reproduction and less post-production. Because again, in low light, it's faster and you have a color consistency of the wall.
As far as I understand, you typically would recommend that model for research, like in educational institutions, in learning environments, as opposed to on film sets, where you would recommend the Verona series in that case, or also depending on the size of the volume.
Absolutely. It's all depend of the size of volume. From my point of view, when we talk about, for example, when you talk about director of photography, really, to educate, you need to go to museum. You go to and you see the real painter. Sorry to say, I can draw, but it's not really interesting for DOP to see how I draw. And if I really like to draw, but it's not a question. They need to understand how, I don't know, Raphael, Vermeer, or Van Gogh put the light, how they create the picture, etc. We need to learn from masters, and we need to educate our eyes. From my point of view, when we talk about the school, when we talk about filmmaking school, it's really important to start with high quality, to educate your eyes, to educate your vision. For example, you go into the studio and you walk in with low-end screen. The problem of this one, when you will go and to solve the problem, it's moire problem, skyline problem, you will get the habit to see this. It's like in broadcast studio. Every morning I have my preferred TV station when I can see, but LED wall behind, I can see all this violet, moire stuff, etc. But for me, it's a broadcast production. It's not the same. It's okay. But when you need to reproduce your reality and you start to understand, it can be moire, it's not possible, really. Because when you will work with professional director, professional DOP, it will be visible and it will take a lot of post-production time and budget. That's why, from my point of view, if you can start, for example, to learn on the high-end product, it means that you will, like a museum, you go to to see something high-end.
And this is a part of your work as well, going to educate people on virtual production and the tools. Is this something that you frequently, is a problem that you run into, working with DOPs and other crews?
It's not really problem because it's like, absolutely. It's not really problem. It's for each new technology, we need time.
There's a learning curve.
We need time to type. Yeah. Exactly. We need to understand. We need to create the teacher also, because even for many part of the pipeline, I'm not really professional. Like, for example, I can talk with, here you have famous VP supervisor in Breda. Come in here, you have, I don't know, Eric Weaver. We have many high-end, David Gray, etc., etc. So the guys that just famous, Jody from Final Pixel, etc. So we have but they can explain all part of virtual production. Virtual production, it's a world. It's not like LED screen. It's not like tracking system. It's all connected to each other. Yeah. And what I really like on this one, that it's not alone. You are not alone. Like, for example, when you prompt your video, you are with your PC. Here, it's real teamwork and creation. Will be cooperate with DOP, with set designer with trackman with gaffer, etc. So it's common work, like real shooting.
Yeah. What you're saying, if I understand correctly, is that everybody on set needs to be educated to some extent in what VP is and how it works in order to best fulfill their role. And to not get into each other's way. Every department needs to be updated on what the other department is doing and how that will affect their work.
I think, yes. I think it can be most important is to get the pre-production time. Before going to studio, for example, we have a special tool that named VP tool. This is a plugin in Unreal where you can set up virtually your wall. You can set up your deco set. You can set up the camera. And you can see all problem, scanning line, moire, when you take your camera, when you move from A position to B position, what will happen with the picture, etc. So the preparation is a key. And for example, for VFX guys, for us, I'm personally, I have VFX background. Of course, it's now changed a lot because it was 20 years old, but VFX need to be start on the same time, like director start work with your script.
Yeah.
That's really important because the background, it's a part of this stage. That's why I think it's a collaboration in the beginning, and it's like before in film, you have a really limited time to shoot, and you need to prepare a lot your shooting. Today with digital camera, of course you have more flexibility on set, but on the same time, you don't get this classical preparation.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go on set and literally, we will see, we can change the angle, we can go there, we can go there. And the gaffer between, we need to change all setup. Or you have the guy with dolly, no, I'm not, I put it on the right way, not this one. So you cannot change everything.
Yeah. When you're working with studios that are exploring virtual production for the first time, is this something that's really hard to get them on board about, like that they have to focus so much on pre-production, maybe as they're not used to it?
I think it's really depend of professional that you work. And many professional, they really get open mind. They learn every day. Yeah. Really. They learn every day. We have a new software for post-production appear every day. We have new camera, we have new lenses, etc. Current professional learning always. And the question is just adoption. So if you are open-minded and curious, I think it's quite easy to adopt.
What would you recommend that studios that are exploring virtual production starting out for the first time, what should they focus on? What should they do?
From my point of view, exchange with professional. That's why Brady event, it's really awesome. I think if you want to get some technology and facility, you need to speak with the guy who use it every day.
Yeah.
Please visit maximum studio before set up your project. Visit small studio, big studio. Take the contact with freelancer supervisor. Take as maximum as possible information. And after this, the product, for example, in Sony, we have Sony Professional services where engineering team can work to create the 3D setup of your wall. Mm-hmm. We can also recommend and to put in contact with Bronton or Megapixel guys for controller. We can also talk with Pixarize, Simulate, Brainstorm, etc. solution.
Yeah.
So the most important is to see the quality of the picture by yourself.
Also learn from their mistakes, so you don't have to repeat that's the whole point.
Yeah.
So you also talk a lot about choosing the right tools. This is exactly part of your job. What's important when choosing the right tool? And I feel like a lot of people or a lot of studios focus on high specs only. We talk about that a little bit, like it's better to be educated on a higher quality volume so that you know that your eyes are trained. But is that all that goes into picking the right tools?
I think it's a combination of communication with right team.
Okay.
Because when you come in the volume that managed by a person who know how its reaction, it's like I come back to the car, sorry, but if you know,
it's a reoccurring.
Yeah, exactly, it's a record. Or let's take horse.
Okay,
you know your horse, you know the horse, you know the character of your horse. You can run your horse. You take time. You know that she or he will be more relevant. What is a character, etc. I cannot say that LED volume gets some character, but they have technical characteristic.
Yeah.
So we need to adapt, and the person need to understand the tools. They need to drive the right horse. Yeah.
Okay.
So technically, it's from my point of view, most important, it's a crew and people.
Yeah.
And communication in between, of course. If you will come to the studio, you present your project, you need to get the feedback from technical guys. VP supervisor, the good VP supervisor, will analyze your script, and we will not push to shoot all in virtual production because it's no sense.
Exactly.
For yesterday, we had absolutely fantastic experience in this small restaurant in the school in Breda. And, you have a spicy. You cannot eat spicy always. You need to combine it with standard, potatoes, meat, etc. But when you know how to use a spicy, it became the real good food. For virtual production, it's a little bit the same. You cannot shoot all film on stage.
Yeah.
You need to choose when it will be relevant and when it will be useful for your budget, for your creativity approach. So it's not use a new tool to use a new tool. It's absolutely it's not a different approach. It's not like
a lot of people come through here saying the exact same thing. Whereas a few years ago, VP was so new. It was the buzzword of in the industry, and so a lot of people were looking to go out and experiment and find a use case for it. Now that we're more experienced using the technology, we actually use it purposefully rather than just trying to show off and say, look at our BTS, we shot this in VP and you didn't even know.
Exactly. But for example, the famous example now, it's Oscar winning Best International Film this year, Sentimental Value.
Yes.
It was shot with partially with LED wall, and the quality, it's absolutely fantastic. It's not only about technology. It's really about how it was used, how it's reduced the total budget of this film.
Yeah.
And it's independent, big production, of course. And when we talk about, commercial, we have some high-end production that it was used also combined. For example, if you take Dior, Rihanna clip with Versailles, it was half shoot in real Versailles Palace, but on the same time you have many shooting done with VP wall, and the combination of both creates the short film. And from production point of view, it's enhance and reduce the total cost of ownership. You
have to think about globally about the projects and the final outcome, and not necessarily like specifically this scene, this tool,
absolutely,
but the harmony of the whole creative output. What are you most optimistic about the future of virtual production? Despite the turbulence that we're seeing a little bit in the industry.
New generation. I'm so happy to see in university, cinema school, public or private, this new mood. I think new generation of filmmaker, they are so flexible. They are so also caution about eco-production.
Yeah.
They sometimes when I'm talk with new directors, DOP, they are more inclusive than our generation. Honestly, they you because you are, I think you are more part of the generation, but you represent all this new. This generation are curious. You have more challenge because the world is changing drastically every day.
Yeah.
You need to adapt. And on the same time, what I really like, you stay in positive mind. Everybody told, our earth will explode. We will have that problem there and there. And at the same time, you're smiling. This is really important because positive approach, it's mean you not block on your solution.
Yeah.
You will find a way to go around, to find a new way. And this is a creativity. This is a new generation, technology, innovation. And I think our hope, it's new generation of students who take time to learn. Because again, I'm not born with knowledge of virtual production, even if I would like to. But I can speak my language, but I cannot burn with knowledge of professional, its experience. and exchange with the people. So I really think most important, it's people and new generation to give more confidence for your solution, to give more open the door of cinema, open the door of TV production, drama production. Take always junior in all stage. I think it's really important.
You heard it here. Thank you. I think that's a wonderful note that we should end on. I want to thank you so much for coming here to talk to us today.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. And thank you to give me opportunity to present our vision, our lineup, etc. So
absolutely.
Thank you again for welcoming. Very, very good.
Absolutely. Follow Anna on LinkedIn. Anna Doublet, and thank you to everyone who is watching this episode of Avenue Talks. Check out the rest of our podcast episodes on our own LinkedIn page at Avenue CoVE, and follow us to stay updated about on-site workshops, webinars, and much more that the Avenue project has to offer. Also visit our website, avenuecov.eu, to learn about our one-on-one guidance sessions and hands-on experience at the XR stage here at the Breda University of Applied Sciences. Sony approved. Have a lovely week, everyone. This is goodbye from us.
Thank you.